Good day to and welcome, I'm Mechanization, and today I'm gonna show you how does Star Wars Battlefront perform on my 940M laptop. So on the left you can see my rig, it's i5-6200U, I'm not gonna get on this, nVidia 940M with 2 gigs of VRAM, 8 gigs of RAM, slow ones 800 MHz, and standard stock 5200 RPM hard drive. Now, how does it perform? Well, on the bottom you can see the results of mine, and on the top left you can see the current FPS. Don't forget that the current FPS is with slightly different settings, or slightly different, it's the custom settings. So you can see that the custom means that I have AA on low, everything else it can be turned off for a even better performance. Texture filtering on medium and texture quality on high, because, well, I'm a sucker for textures and I like it this way. The current resolution is 1280x720 in order to record this, and the rest of the resolutions, even with scaling, which I'll show you right now what it does. Let's get it down to 75 approximately. It visually rather radically decreases the quality, but it also increases performance quite a bit, as you can see on some of those. For example, the bottom 900p 50% is actually a lot different than 900p with low, which is non-scaled. That is 27 to 35 FPS, with 50% is 35 to 48, with 75% it's 30 to 41. So it actually allows you to stay above 30 with those. However, in my experience, actually scaling it down doesn't suit me that much, for a simple reason. I feel that the visual quality the whole thing gets a bit more blurry, and it is not that, for example, 900p at 80% should be the same as 720, but it looks slightly different. I'm not sure, maybe some people will like it because there should be no artifacting then, yet I prefer it otherwise. Also, I would highly recommend getting higher textures, because this game has some really good texture work. Just look at this moss. At higher resolutions, this is amazing. Okay, this looks great even now. Quite good, quite good. So, I've played it a bit, and right now it's on Origin Access. If you are prepaid for more or less free, it's $4 extra, or extra $4 a month. So if you want to enjoy this game, you definitely can, even though probably not on 1080p. I have tested all those below on Endor, and Endor seems to be the most demanding area of all of them. Probably because of all the shadows, all the lightning extra, and all the textures which are here. Unlike the Hoth, which is more or less just about lightning, there's minimum shadows and these things. On, for example, Hoth, I got in general about 20 FPS extra. Here I had a hard time getting over 40 anywhere. In Hoth, I actually in some areas got about 60 on the same resolutions. I was actually able to play it at 1080p with my custom setting on Hoth. However, on Endor it was somewhere around 21, so it is playable but not good. I'd say it's no, it's really somewhere slightly above the playable line, or maybe even high, exactly on the playable line for low-end gamer. In general, it runs rather well. I was surprised by that. I can right away say that tell that it's a similar engine to Battlefield 1. If we take a look at the settings, it's more or less it. This is the same thing as Battlefield, more or less. There is this grain, which if I'll increase to 200%, see that it adds a bit of a weird look to it. Yet, if I decrease it, it looks, I think that 50% looks the best. Let's keep it at 51. And overall, the game runs quite well considering how badly it was reviewed at the beginning, that it had huge performance issues, but they worked on it, they managed to improve it, and it works right now even on mid-range or lower-end laptops. So, hope that you enjoy this and it helps you decide whether to get Battlefront or not, or whether to even get Origin Access. And well, thanks for watching and see you next time.